Mm, 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 mm. Oh my God, we are feeling ourselves after that red carpet last night. I mean, we really are. I mean, we were the hit of the red carpet, were we not?
Oh, well, that's because you would not let a person pass you until they talk to you.
Our counterparts were very quiet. I was like, excuse me, Morgan Freeman. One question.
And he stopped to talk to you.
Hey!
Not a cast, but...
Oh my God.
She got the scoop.
On pop culture news, so grab a drink. It ain't what you think. It's Sarah and the crew.
Crew, welcome to the Hey Frase podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Fraser, along with Andrea Lopez Comedy. Absolutely love you guys. This is episode 400. 400 episodes we have been on the air. Can you believe that? I cannot believe it has been nearly 4 years. I think we celebrate the 4-year anniversary like November 15th, or maybe it was after Thanksgiving that I initially launched 4 years ago.
That's insane.
Crazy to see how this show has evolved.
Queen.
Yes. Oh, I like that. Was that your voice or mine?
That was Leslie's. Old intern Leslie.
Oh my God. I mean,
Yes, queen.
and she is down in Puerto Rico going to every dollar store pulling a prank wherever she can find it. I mean, she is really right. She's in there with Kane. She's blind.
She
She's
is.
farting with a fart machine. I mean,
She
she
is, yeah.
hits up every department store in Puerto Rico and plays a prank. I mean, she's
telling you
entertaining.
what.
I know. Angela K just hopped on. Angela, thank you so much. Ali says, hi, ladies. Okay, wait. Hit us with the thumbs up sign. We love you guys. Today, we have so much to get to on this show. We're doing a recap because AJ and I worked the red carpet last night for the Mark Twain Awards honoring Dave Chappelle. Yes, we interviewed Dave. We literally interviewed every major celebrity. AJ is right. I was like, I am not letting one person pass. And of course, the funny thing when you're on a red carpet is everybody's vying, and so like everyone's like leaning over the carpet, like everyone's leaning in.
Or trying to get your answers that you asked. But it's good. Like media does share. I noticed
They
like
were good.
we were
Yes.
friendly with the people next to us.
Yeah.
We actually knew them. Well, the market's small. You know everybody when you work.
You know
in it.
everyone.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all are pressed. We're going to get everybody. Like, y'all can lean
they
out
were
here
like-
all you want.
They had a whole plan before. It's literally
Yes.
like hurry up and wait, because we waited like an hour for all the stars to start walking the carpet. And so they were like, we need to divide and conquer. What questions are you going to ask? You're like, bitch, I ain't going to tell you what questions I'm asking. I'm going to ask my questions. And if you want in on it, you can have in on it. But let's not talk about what questions we're going to ask.
Dip your mic low and get this soundbite, okay? But we like literally got everyone. And here's the thing, like, I think what's cool about you and me, and it's always, and I remember doing these press junkets like when I was on 99.5 back in the day with radio, and your hours were so crazy you never really got to watch television, so it was hard
true.
to
Yeah.
be like a fan.
Right.
But now I get to watch a lot of TV, so like Jeff Ross like bumping mics. I'm like, I don't want to talk about Dave Chappelle. I want to talk about you and Dave Attell, how you created that also epic comedy special.
I mean, it's so cool to ask them in person. You don't get the privilege of that all the time. So for me, you've been doing it for years. I'll name a person. You're like, oh yeah, they came through 99.5. I'm like, oh, must be nice. This was kind of my first time, really. I mean, besides my, the show on NBC,
being on Bring the Funny.
getting to actually like talk to Chrissy. But this was such our wheelhouse with comedy, because we really are like kind of entering the comedy.
Oh, the comedy
We're calling
era.
each other comedians now. We're like, this is a comedy podcast. Okay.
I can tell you what I don't want to be, and that is, a journalist on Home Sweet Homicide, which I currently am.
But
I know. Okay.
Well, it's funny because it happened
Bye.
2 years ago. Why did it take so long? What was the production on that?
Because here's the thing, this is like my thing about comedy, and I watched like Rodney Dangerfield on Howard Stern, and he was talking about how in his 20s like he had all this success, but then in his 30s like shit sort of dipped, and at 40 he went back to selling aluminum siding. Rodney Dangerfield.
What?
Yes.
Is he the one that goes, hey, I looked at my wife. I come home. My wife's not there. Like that guy?
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Wait.
So when he was 40, like his career he had been out pounding the pavement.
Right.
So in New York City, he would be on the Late Show, and then he would go sell aluminum siding during the day because shit had gotten hard, and he had a wife and a kid.
No, that
How's the
worries
entertainment
me.
business looking? How's the business looking? It is feast or famine out here.
So true. Because
There are no failures in Hollywood. There are just people that give up too soon. I know that for a fact.
But God, am I going to be selling, plastic containers like Napoleon Dynamite and Rodney?
But it
I'm
makes
scared.
for your story. You're not going to be a millionaire like that, or you might be. But look at Justin Bieber.
I believe that.
I mean, Biebs is a millionaire and he's tortured. That poor thing. He's in church every day. Can't get it right.
I'm thinking pretty happy. He's married. He can literally retire now. He can be a married man for the rest of his life and be retired. That looks kind of nice. I mean, he gave up his childhood, but guess what? Live it now.
Yeah, right. Yes,
Live it
parents
now.
exploited him on that. And speaking of someone, back in the day, they hauled in this 14-year-old, who'd barely gone through puberty, and he had a guitar. There were like 4 fans showing up. They're like, this kid is going to be it. We were like, oh God,
It's
here we
going to
go.
be the one.
He had to hold Sammy's dog's anxiety. He did, poor thing. Really. Anyway, off track, back on track.
Off track. Sorry, Mark Twain Awards.
So we had a blast. We talked to everybody. Everyone came over to us. Dave Chappelle, Morgan Freeman, Michael Che from SNL, Chris Tucker. So people want to know who was our favorite red carpet interview from last night. And also people want to know from Instagram, Kenan Thompson from SNL, who was also on Bring the Funny. We're going to tease that right now. We asked him if Bring the Funny is coming back. And do you guys think he recognized Andrea?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that. But who was your favorite? Was Kenan your favorite?
It was kind of a mix because I look up to Kenan, but Dave Chappelle is the icon, the OG, the one and only. You know what I mean? Like you compared him to something which I thought was
He's the Beyonce of comedy.
He's the Beyonce of comedy, right? And so I think it was a mixture between Kenan, and then Dave, and then Morgan Freeman. He is a legend, and when you see him in person, it's almost, for me, it was not real. I wasn't comprehending, and as I woke up this morning, I was like, I looked Morgan Freeman in the eyes, and a lot of people were like, he's not the voice of Jesus, he's the voice of God, AJ. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you're right.
Now, was
He's
it
the
just
voice
me,
of God.
or did he look like a 6'4" walking skeleton? The guy's gotten thin.
He looks a little gaunt.
He looks slightly gaunt.
Slightly gaunt.
He looks Hollywood gaunt.
But he got those glasses. Everybody wears glasses. Is it everybody just like high and they're just covering up their red eyes?
Didn't you smell the weed? Yeah. Everyone was high. Everyone was high. I think
smelled a little
Dave
hint of that.
went in, did a mic check, went out, smoked a bowl, then walked the red
And
carpet.
walked back in, for sure.
What'd you think of Chappelle? Did you think he looked good, or did you think he
you
really accumulated those miles?
You threw major shade on Fox 5 this morning. They were like, and doesn't he look great? You're like, I think he said one too many vodka sodas up in the club. You know he is drinking straight Hennessy. He's over here drinking the dark stuff. He's not over here drinking vodka sodas.
He looks like he had, he'd seen every nightclub in and out.
You know what?
Look,
I
in
think
a good
differently.
way.
I think
he thought he looked good.
I think he looks great. Yeah. He also had big glasses, but they were like the personality or whatever, blue
He
light. I don't know.
smokes.
He smokes, but you know what? Smoking doesn't really age your face. I think drinking does. Okay. He smokes cigarettes?
Cigarettes.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
not
talking about
marijuana.
Oh, okay. Well, I know he smokes weed too.
Oh, I think he does it all. He does look really good. Look, I'm a huge Dave Chappelle fan. Like Sticks and Stones was so good. We're going to play
Everybody
that
gets
clip.
Botox stuck in their face.
Well, you know what I was actually surprised about is plastic surgery out, because not anyone on that, they didn't even look like they had a lick done. I thought,
I was gonna
excuse
say.
me, if I were here, I would be blasted. My face would be plastic. Like, I'm used to seeing Larry King. If you've ever seen Larry King in live,
well.
it's a wax figurine.
I'm surprised he could even get a word out.
It's so tight. The face is so tight.
Yes.
And I'm used to seeing, like, I've seen Dolly Parton. Everything is tucked and nipped. It is so tight.
Touched, nicked, enhanced, everything. Waist snatched, boobs out.
It's tight. Not a thing looks natural.
Not a thing is natural.
But they looked natural last night on the red carpet.
Okay, was it where was everyone, like Tina Fey? I didn't even see her walk in. I saw Tiffany Haddish skip the red carpet, but like Tina Fey, where's everybody else?
I don't know. I wonder, because it's not New York, LA, like if I just feel like they probably think like DC press isn't big enough.
But when Dreyfus last year, everybody was there.
Did everyone walk the red carpet though? See, that's the thing. I don't think.
You're right. So what other entrance is there?
So what they were doing is the very front, they would do, first of all, the very front, Entertainment Tonight had like the highest,
Number
stature.
one. They were
right.
they
They were like
there.
number
Right.
one.
Right.
So what they did was they would bring them in, and some of them would just opt for photo ops. Like John Legend apparently wasn't in the mood to do red carpet interviews. So he does
that.
photo op. Then they take them back out around and then walk them in the hall.
You're a private entrance because there's also an entrance with a bunch of people there too.
I think they were taking them in there because Michelle Wolf went by, Lorne Michaels went by.
Yes. We did see Michelle Wolf,
Colin Jost.
Tiffany Haddish, Lorne Michaels.
It was, it was so great. I am such a star fucker. I love celebrities.
You were so good. You got the questions. It was.
Let's start. You want to start with Jeff Ross?
Yeah, let's play a little Jeff Ross.
Okay, so here's Jeff Ross on Jeff Ross, the comedian from Bumping Mics. Oh my God, Jeff Ross, so epic. If you haven't watched that special on Netflix, you have to, with Dave Attell. They're so funny. But anyway, apparently, I didn't know this. He and Dave Chappelle have been friends for like 25 years.
I didn't know that either.
I know.
So he talks about their little first encounter.
It's amazing to me. You know what was inspiring to me last night is I don't want to support anyone. And these people have all been friends and supporting each other for years, which is great.
Look at us, kid. I'm going to talk about this.
I have to become more supportive of people because I really do.
You're so supportive.
No, but secretly, I don't want anyone to succeed but myself.
Well, that's shitty. Hey, you want to see my face?
You're the first person. You know why, though? You're such a good human being. Like, you're such a good
you don't give
Christian.
a shit. You know what?
Well, I'd like to go first. But anyway, okay, let's play.
I need to read her diary next to her bed.
Oh, there are so many voodoo spells. There's so many spells.
Because it's his big honor tonight, I'd probably just say the nice stories about him.
Yeah?
I took Dave to buy his first suit in New York City when he was going to be on the David Letterman show. I know Dave since he's in high school. He's like my more successful, better-looking kid brother. But I do think I'm funnier, so not a lot of people agree with me, but I mean, I had to turn this down for Dave to get this award tonight.
It's very kind of you. So you're in line next year?
Yeah.
He was great. He was so good.
And then he's my favorite. I actually know Mark Twain personally. I don't know why, but it killed me.
Oh, and then, okay, wait, let's play Michael Che. If anyone follows Michael Che on Instagram, of course, Michael Che is on Saturday Night Live. He does the news desk with Colin Jost. I'm obsessed with Michael Che. I also often have a dream that I'm going to rewrite Sister Act the movie, and then I'm going to be in it with Michael Che as my boyfriend. Michael, what's up with your Instagram? You seem to like to put. I know. I have a problem. Where are you going? Get back here. Where are you going? No, you seem to post these one-off offensive things, and then I never hear from you. Who's running your Instagram?
Me.
You're doing a terrible job. You are. What's going on?
I'll tell you why I do that though. Listen. Sometimes
you hate Colin.
No, I don't hate him. I love Colin actually. He hates me. No, he doesn't. I'd like that because sometimes I have a thought and then you want it to go away. Imagine somebody that keeps bringing up something you said today constantly for 4 or 5 days. You want to be able to let it go.
Is that is that what you're doing?
That's what I think I'm doing.
I didn't get that from the Instagram.
Dude, I didn't know it was bad until just now.
Does this man not know how to keep them going on or what?
No, it's fun, but you know what? Who else did you ask about their Instagram today?
Just you, because I follow
exactly.
you.
So it's working. So.
Okay, he was awesome. He was amazing. We'll play all the clips. You guys are on YouTube, on our YouTube Live, so we should definitely play Morgan Freeman, because Morgan Freeman for Dave Chappelle's Sticks and Stones is kind of the voice of God. So this is Morgan Freeman. We're asking him
about...
I'm
going to restart that.
Yeah, start. We're asking him about how he got that gig to basically be voice of God for Dave for his special.
Did I get it? Yes. They gave it to me.
And just one call and you said yes.
Dave Chappelle? Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Dave Chappelle? Absolutely.
Dave Chappelle calls Morgan Freeman. What'd you think of Morgan Freeman in real life?
Very similar to what he portrays, or the movies portray him. The white hair. I think he looks very similar. The voice is I think it's more enhanced in the movies. It's definitely still Morgan Freeman, you know what I mean? As powerful, but I think they enhance it. Just as we enhance the podcast, radio enhances voices.
Yeah.
It makes it more crisp.
Not as iconic like in real life, like not as prominent.
Right. Yeah, he's not talking like in movie credits, right? Like it's not like in the time of, he's not like always talking like that. No one's always on.
What about, do we have the Kenan Thompson clip? Because Kenan Thompson from SNL, also on Bring the Funny. We saw him. We really wanted to see him because, of course, he was one of the judges and gave AJ great feedback when she was on the show. So I wanted to see if we have him.
Oh, man. I don't think I actually I think I have it on the only one I cut was the Michael Che. And then we can let's play a couple of Dave Chappelle's.
Okay.
I don't think I have, because I didn't send that one to you earlier.
Okay,
right?
no, it's fine. But it was cool because Kenan did recognize you. And
he did.
It was awesome. Yeah. He was like, this is the last night this chick is going to be your camera chick. I was like, yeah, I know. I gotcha. I know. She's amazing and she's out. I got it.
I know. I'll put that on my social so you guys can see it there. But yeah, he did remember me. It was it was nice of you to ask him. I was just going to be like, hi, Kenan. You know, but I did want to talk to Tiffany because you guys remember that crazy Tiffany story I had, smoking a J with her and learning how to turn on every single guy. You just put like your vagina scent behind your ears and you were like, you have got to ask her that. I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna call her out. And then she walked right in and she like did a shimmy as she walked in and didn't even look at the press.
I know. And that was going to be like our real go-to clip today was you being like, Tiffany, do you remember when we smoked weed and then you told me about putting your fingers in your vagina and then tapping them behind your ears? Yes.
That's me. And I wanted all the press heads to turn. Oh, meanwhile, everyone was giving us so much shit for our camera setup. Okay, sorry we didn't have full ass budget. We had 2 cameras, okay? Full on. What are they called? They're called.
Okay, by the way, I did not feel bad about this because Netflix was right next to us and those women were recording via their cell phone.
Via iPhone. Netflix is a joke. That whole entire comedy part of Netflix.
They couldn't even send them with a camera.
I felt great. We had 2 actual like HDMI 4K video recording videos.
I mean,
right?
the local outlets were shaming us.
Right? The local outlets were like, wow, I love the difference. It was a guy from Australia. He was like, I love the difference in sizes of cameras. I mean, look at ours and look at yours. It's really cute, actually. I was like, you know what? You can shove it. Meanwhile, our light, which was a suction cup light, kept falling off onto your head. It just kept bumping you in the head.
And the Australian dude from Channel 9 was like, is that a condom you have on top of it? Is that a condom you've got?
No, it's a fucking plastic filter, okay?
Look
These
down
people.
under. You know what? We're doing the best we can here, okay?
But it's just so funny because actually I think our like messed up like little situation caught a lot of people's attention. Like the light kept flickering and going off and on because the battery was dying. And it just kept falling off of the camera and just off like onto the red carpet. And Sarah would have to go scurry between interviews.
All the celebrities were like, what's this tinfoil setup over here? Let's go. All right. Well, you know what? They'll be interesting to talk to. What tinfoil? And then the people next to us would be like, Netflix here. And they had like a worse setup than we did.
They had just literally one of those handheld tripods and an iPhone. No light.
That's what I'm telling you. These days, you do not need like...
You don't need much. I mean, as it was, our camera was a little shaky, my hands, even though we had a standstill tripod. And then once the light died, the extra condom light, I just pulled out an iPhone, had that flashlight on there. You know what I mean? Like, we were making it motherfucking work.
Next junket, let's bring a flip phone. And then just tell them we're recording
a Razor.
Just look right in here, actually, and say, you know what? We should do it.
I'm telling you, it always goes back, right? So now millennials, they love TikTok. You know why? Because it's recorded on shit iPhones. And it's like vertical and it's shoddy. It looks like Real World.
I'm desperately
MTV.
trying to launch my TikTok like career and like my videos get 4 likes. Like I'm like, you motherfuckers, what am I doing wrong here? I'm out here.
Because you're 50 and you're trying and you're trying to get big on TikTok, which is straight up for like 12-year-olds. You know what?
I don't care. I am going to go on there and I'm going to start like they do all these things, not a model. And then they go, okay, I'm going to do that. I just haven't figured out how to edit it. But as soon as I do, and those motherfuckers better give me more than 4 likes. Because currently right now I have 2 videos on there and they have like 4 watches.
Start recording everything on a Nintendo 3DS, just like pop out one of the oldest shits, like a Nintendo. I mean, then you'll really get the attention and press you need. All right, let's play a clip of Dave, shall we?
Let's go to Dave. Yep. Dave Chappelle.
How long did it take to write the special?
Yes. Sticks and Stones, probably like one of the greatest specials, obviously super controversial. Dave Chappelle grew up in Silver Spring, Maryland, honored last night. Here's what his thoughts were. I wanted to know how he wrote Sticks and Stones, like if it was a really long process.
I don't know. I didn't like write it on the meter. I think it's a process of every once you have seasons of expression. It's something I want to say in this season, and then you just express yourself. And then, you know, that special went through a lot of changes in its development, and what you saw, I don't even know if that was the best version of what it was. It was pretty goddamn good. It was fair.
It was so good. It was so good.
Pretty goddamn good. It was fair.
It was epic. Okay, maybe he doesn't look so aged. I think he looks good. He's almost 50.
The only thing I would recommend is some chapstick. That's it. That is my only recommendation, but that's because I cannot live or stand dry lips. It's one of those things, it irks me personally. I'll make out with some dry lips, but for me to have dry lips, I can't. Okay. If Dave Chappelle. Then I went into a deep rabbit hole last night of his family life because I love the comedies, comedians' family life because you always think they're like so shitty.
Okay,
like they've been married and divorced.
No,
Same wife, 20 years, 3 kids, beautiful children. Like,
yeah.
Like,
and, he was
stunning.
raised in a middle-class household in Silver Spring. His
Yes.
parents did pretty well.
Duke Ellington,
Yeah.
And I'm so pissed, my parents. They sent me to an all-girls private academy. I was the one Mexican child there.
Why didn't you go to Duke Ellington?
Thank you. I'm pissed about I was literally, the school I went, visitation, is right next to Duke Ellington. And we took the same bus stops. I hung out with all the Ellington kids, but I didn't go to Ellington.
Oh, yeah. Well, and he is interesting because he doesn't have this sort of tortured past.
A lot of you hear, right. That could have something to do with it.
No, obviously he's been through shit. And I thought it was interesting. The guys that we were next to at Channel 9 did try to ask him. And I thought this was a good question from the guys at Channel 9.
Agreed.
They tried to ask him, hey, are you glad that you came back after? Because remember, he had enormous success. He was offered $50 million with Comedy Central to stay and keep doing Chappelle Show. And he
believe that?
Went out. He moved to Africa. He was like, I can't do it. It was like so much. And he really kind of went off the scene for 8 years, 9 years?
Yeah.
So they wanted to know, how do you feel about coming back? Were there any hesitation? And he would not answer that question. So it was interesting to me. There's obviously probably a lot of, I don't know. I bet there's more anxiety and more self-doubt there than what you think.
I think so too, for sure. And I just look at these people. I'm like, to receive the Mark Twain, like, you've got to be on cloud 9. Like, if I was a comedian at his point, and he's won Emmys, like, it's just so surreal. And I think he was just so relaxed about it. He was like, yeah, it's cool. I'm in DC, my hometown. Like, he was so chill. I was like, I would arrive with like a throne. I would be, like a lion, a white lion would be next to me.
I've made it. I've made it.
I would walk that red carpet. I would be pouring some Dom Perignon, okay? We would be popping bottles. The DP. We would be popping bottles, okay? Anyways, that's how I'll be. And
he seemed tired. He's like, great to be here. Everyone's still alive in Silver Spring.
I love how chill they are. Yeah, all my old friends.
I did think maybe this was just DC. Dan seemed to think it was just DC. But you know what? I was a little like, women still have a lot of work to do. There were no women. Really?
There was Tina Fey. Maybe they just walked in already.
No women walk the red carpet. Very few female entertainment reporters. Now, again, maybe this is just because it's DC and maybe
Michelle Wolf. She loves controversy and I always see her like hitting the outlets. I would have thought she would have said something. Or Tiffany Haddish.
Well, you would have thought that they would have represented on the red carpet, but I mean, who knows? Maybe what else? Who knows what's going on?
Told not to.
There's one more clip, right, of Dave talking about what it meant to receive this award in DC. So let's play that. But it was such a great night. People are asking, would love to watch you guys on TikTok. Well, Ladita, I'm working on it, but you might be the only one. Melanie says Selena Gomez did her music videos via iPhone. What? So they would not shame the iPhone because it's magic. No one should shame the iPhone. Okay. I mean, people are saying, Penny saying, bring your 11 Plus. It's just as good. Morgan Freeman seems so cool. Smoking, drinking, drugging will age you quick. Hell yes, it will. It will. Look at Tara Reid. Okay, let's go.
Okay, now that is Courtney Love and Tara Reid. They've been through the ringer. That's what I imagine.
I mean, I do. I mean, who doesn't want to hang out with Tara Reid? Like, what a night, right? But
what a night, Sarah. You would get one line in and you'd be like, I gotta go. Tara Reid would tear your ass up.
Oh, I've never done coke. I could never do
She would
cocaine.
take you to one club and you'd be messed up.
I'm already high on life. Could you imagine me on coke? I wouldn't go to bed for 4 days and I'd shit myself on the dance floor. I mean, are you kidding? And people always say that they cut coke with laxatives. Oh my God, I'd literally have a turd down my leg and shake it out.
I've never heard that.
You haven't? Okay, am I
Is
crazy?
that for like a diet regimen?
No, like they'll cut coke with laxatives just to like water it down. I mean, the people that I know are buying bad coke.
I would be shitting bricks. They should cut it with some Citrusel. Get some fiber up in there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let me tell you, if I'm doing coke, you got to bind me up because I will not know what's happening.
You better cut my coke with some Citrusel. Okay. I don't know what you guys are doing, but
yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Here he is talking about what it meant to get the Mark Twain Award in the city he grew up in.
It absolutely does. I got to be honest, an honor like this would be special anywhere that it happened. But you're right. The fact that it's happening here in Washington does make me feel like I closed some kind of loop or circle. And I came home and everyone's okay, you know what I mean? Yeah. My friends still love me and everyone looks good and everything still feels right. I learned a lot. I realized I got old while I was gone. But
He's young.
I'm just happy to be alive and happy to be with my friends tonight. And I'm going to celebrate.
Good for you.
Okay, there
oh
we go.
my God.
We got a little celebration there.
Legend.
Came full circle.
He did. And actually, I think he does look young.
Oh, you're coming back on your word
Yeah.
now? Okay.
I shouldn't have said that. Now I regret saying that. He doesn't look that old. He doesn't look ridden that hard.
He doesn't. I like the fresh look. I mean, he looks like his age. You know, he's got a fresh suit, the glasses. He looks cleaned up.
Chris Tucker, they all looked good.
Chris Tucker looked fantastic.
I know. Chris Tucker did not age 1 second. He was not down for a Friday 4, though.
He was not.
We were like, Friday 4. He's like, I don't think so, man. Not here for it.
Nope. He didn't. He wasn't feeling it.
I got to do a couple of commercials. I want to thank a couple of sponsors. You guys know the best way to support this show is to frequent our sponsors. We greatly appreciate it. Anytime that you use one of our sponsors, one of our codes, always hit us with a DM too. We really appreciate that. On Instagram, it's at HeyFrase. It's at Andrea Lopez Comedy. And then we're going to have on a listener. Her name is Olivia. So get this. Of course, you know, tonight pushes the World Series to Game 6. What are we thinking about those Nats? I'm just going to say it. I predicted it. I told you the Astros were going to pull it out. And then I got a lot of hate mail. A lot of people were like, stick to pop culture. You guys don't know sports.
Well, no shit.
Who knows sports now? Just saying. Anyway, what do you think's going to happen?
Well, as I was listening to all the sports coverage this morning, they were all saying that this is how the Nats like to play. They like to trick you out. The beginning, they lose. You know, they have a little bit of fallout, and then they bring it in the end. And so I think that's what's going to happen. I'm gonna keep it open because it's been 80 years in the MF making, guys. Okay, they can't pull it together. I think there were a couple guys that also were out. Right, Scherzer was missing.
Scherzer's having back spasms or something.
What?
Yeah, for real.
But they expect him to be back for tonight's game, right?
I don't think so. I think Strasburg pitches tonight, and then they're hoping Scherzer will pitch
back
if they go to Game 7. Well, they got to go to Game 7.
Can't they shoot him up with some steroids just for this one night? I know it's asking a lot. Back spasm is scary, but
that's what I said to Dan too. I go, it's the biggest game of your life. You couldn't get a cortisone hit and then just get there? I mean, what?
This is really, though, the stuff that they be given, you know, all the other sports,
Thank
NFL,
you.
they're sniffing salts, like they're powered up, like they could do something.
Call A-Rod. I mean, he knows how to do a great round of steroids. I mean, come on. I would have too, but I don't know. So anyway, we'll see. But look, Monique Samuels, who we love, Real Housewives of Potomac, she's been on this podcast show. And of course, you know, she's one of the stars of Real Housewives of Potomac, which is recording season 5 as we speak. Her next live podcast show is this Saturday. She's doing a series of 3. So Ashley Darby is going to be there, and Riley Knox, who's amazing, who we love. I'm also going to be co-hosting at City Winery this coming Saturday. These are brunch shows, so they're super fun. AJ and I had a blast when we went. The food is amazing. The shows are great. You can get tickets by going to notforlazymoms.com. And then Monique has a ticker right there. You click on the live podcast mini-series at City Winery and you buy tickets. Now, ticket prices are as low as $15, or you can buy your VIP section if you want that. November 2nd, The Redefined Me is all about Ashley and Riley, how they reinvented their careers and their lives. Riley Knox is the #1 Beyonce impersonator in the world. So it's going to be a great show. Doors open at 11 a.m. You can go to notforlazymoms.com and find it there. Bid to Ride, we've absolutely loved working with them. Bid to Ride is an untraditional ride-hailing app. You bid for your ride based on the price that you think is fair. Riders can get 20 to 30% cheaper rides. I've been using it. Every time I use it, I save $2 to $3, and then I just buy something else. The ride-hailing trip apps look at Uber, Lyft, Via, and other local ride options to aggregate the best price for you. It's in Washington, D.C., and it's in Northern Virginia, Montgomery County, coming soon. Guess what? You listen to this show, you get $15 free in rides. The code is SFDC19, but you got to enter it all lowercase, okay? Go to your app store and download Bid, the number 2, Ride, and then boom, it will be right there for you. Also, Alyssa, can I have our my phone? I want to introduce to you guys too. We're super excited to be working with Dr. Naheem and fibroids. We're going to be telling you a lot more about that, but we always like to have, like, we had a Nova Health we were working with. We always like to have somebody on that's also dealing with the health realm, because your health is so important, and we love to bring awareness. So we'd like to welcome Horizon Fibroid Center of Horizon Vascular Specialists. They are our new sponsor. If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with fibroids, it's important that you understand all your fibroid treatment options. Dr. Naheem is the fibroid expert at Horizon Fibroids, and he walks each patient through all of their options in a consultation at one of 3 conveniently located offices in Rockville, Germantown, Frederick. Horizon Fibroids accepts all major private insurances. You can visit their website today. It's horizonfibroids.com or call and schedule a consultation at 301-762-0277. And it's Dr. Neem. So, Dr. Neem. I wanted to say Naheem, but it's Dr. Neem. So Dr. Neem is really cool. You're going to be seeing him a lot more on this podcast. But a lot of people think that they have cysts, that they have ovarian cysts, and lots of times you have fibroids. So it's really, really important, especially like if you're trying to take care of your health, if you have horrible cramping, if you're trying to get pregnant, you should go and see them because lots of times you have fibroids and you don't even know it. So Dr. Neem, definitely check them out. And again, their website, just to give it to you, so you can go check it out, is horizonfibroids.com. All right, so I want to have our listener, Olivia. We're going to call her up. Age, do you have her cell phone or you want me to write it down?
Sorry, I was going to grab that from there as well.
I don't know if it's on my phone. I think it might be an email.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me forward to you. Okay, so Olivia answered a ad to go to a World Series game with a guy on Craigslist. We already have a lot of questions for Olivia. So Olivia answers this ad, and this guy says, I have 2 tickets. I want to take somebody to the World Series game, like a date, but I want you to answer like a series of questions. Like you have to come up with something clever, like a response. Ugh, I'm already over it. Like the minute a guy said that to me, I'd be so out. I'm like, trying to come up with something clever so I can go to the World Series with you. But Olivia's a huge baseball fan, all right?
That was going to be the only caveat. I was going to be like, she must be a huge fan.
Huge baseball fan. She really wanted to go. This guy, all right, AJ, I'm going to forward this to you right now.
No, I got it.
You got it?
Sorry.
Okay. So she starts conversing, going back and forth with this guy on Craigslist. And of course, this is always, like, I want to know this from Olivia. So then he goes, okay, well, let's exchange photos. I don't know. Is that bad? Maybe actually everybody wants to see what everyone looks like, right? So they take it over to text. They exchange text messages. At one point, he even like sends her a photo of him like mooning the Grand Canyon. What the fuck? Okay. So then all this back and forth she does, right? And she's hot. Our listener is like genuinely gorgeous. She sent us the pictures that she sent him. Super hot. She gets down to the wire of going to a World Series game. Oh, there's so many details about this that I want to know. And then he just says, oh, sorry, I'm going to bring a friend. Y'all, how is she not blowing his ish up? I feel like we should give out his phone number, like live on the show. Like, what a douche koosh. I mean, who does that?
I was going to try to cover the number.
Did you already give it out? Oh, God.
No.
That would be epic. Anyway, so we're going to call Olivia. I want to know if she's going to the World Series with this guy.
I was just going to show one series of texts.
I know. I want to see that series too. Because is this the one where he shows his butt?
No. This is just one of the ones. And then there was another one where he didn't know how to turn a picture horizontal.
I know.
Who
doesn't know how to do that? He told her that he did not know how to change the photo horizontally. So, all right. How do we best... You're going to dial her number right now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. While you do that, I also want to tell you guys, Wednesday's show, we have some exciting announcements. So today is the 400th episode. We have some exciting announcements coming for the Hey Frase podcast. So we're going to tell you about those on Wednesday. Some cool stuff to be giving you more content, hopefully more content that you can consume anytime you want, anywhere. An update on AJ, her career, if she's staying with the show. So you're not going to want to miss it. You guys have been with us for 4 years, which is mind-blowing. But we're definitely making some great changes that I think you guys will all really appreciate. So that's going down this Wednesday. You'll definitely want to listen on the show. And then, I mean, I kind of have a dilemma because it's like, I have 2 dilemmas actually.
You have 2 dilemmas?
I'm going to a wedding and I need to know if I need 2 outfits. And then also I've been invited to go to a Louis C.K. comedy show. Do I go? Are we supporting Louis C.K.? I'm not sure.
That is, well, when I first said, I was like, do you really like CK? Like, I wouldn't even go if you want, I mean, if you don't like his comedy, why would you go?
I know. Wait, is Olivia on the phone?
Let's see. Let's pot her up.
Olivia! You're live on the Hey Frase podcast. Girl, we were just setting up your story. This story is crazy. I cannot, have you still texted this guy? Because I feel like he's a complete douche lord.
I have not texted him since this weekend's events have occurred, although I kind of want to be like, how does it feel now? I hope he had a great time with you and your buddy.
Yeah, well, they lost, and you would have been the good luck charm.
Right.
Okay, look.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
All right, we set this story up. This is how we set it up. We basically said, like, you kind of answered this Craigslist post, right? From this guy who said that he was looking to take someone to a World Series game, right?
That's correct.
Okay, and then now, what was the initial ad? And did he kind of wanted you to come up with a clever response, right, of why he should take you?
Absolutely. Yeah. So basically his whole premise was that, this is something that happens once in a lifetime. And so I wanted to do something crazy. And I have friends that are vying for my tickets as well. But I just kind of want to make this a really unique experience. And so I just thought, let me just see what's out there and see who I can take and who really deserves these tickets. And so according to what I said to him, he thought that I really put a good argument up there. But in the end, he decided that he was just going to bring a friend who he, quote unquote, didn't think would be that excited to go.
Okay. His friend wouldn't be too excited?
So after...
That's what he said. Yeah.
Oh, the fuck? Is he smoking peyote? Like, what is the problem here?
That's exactly what I said. I said, what do you mean you didn't think your friend would be that excited to go to a free World Series game? He goes, oh, well, he would be willing to pay. I said, yes, so would I. But here we are.
I want to know what people think that this guy's motive was, because that's what I'm trying to get to, is why you would do this. Because to me, after I read Olivia, your exchanges and everything, I feel like he just had no intention of ever taking anyone. Like,
I'm with you 100%. I mean, like, because at the very beginning, he just said, well, I might change my mind at any time. And so that's why I really think that it was a ploy by him to see how far someone would go to get to be a date at the World Series. And so with my mind goes strictly to how many nude photos can I get out of this?
Okay, so
right.
He sent you a series of texts, which towards the middle of this texting, he ends up kind of sending you a butt photo. Like he's like mooning, I don't know, he's at a national park or something. So did you get the vibe? Obviously, because at one point in the email, he wants you to start sending photos, which you are beautiful, by the way. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Thank you.
Way hotter than this douche. And so tell us how it escalated from there.
So we started with the email exchange. Everything was hunky dory. And then he said, let's go ahead and exchange numbers. So then we did that. And then he said, when do you think would be an appropriate time for us to exchange photos? And I don't know if you remember, but I had initially said, like, does it really matter what I look like? Because if you're just all about this being a friendly date, very platonic, you're not looking for a relationship, which were all things that he said in our conversations. Like, what does it matter what I look like? And then, of course, I send photos. And then when he sent me the butt photo, that's when I said, okay, things have taken a turn. Because
totally.
I don't know why else you would have chosen, of all the photos that you possibly have of yourself, to send me that one.
I mean, that totally escalated from there. Okay, but then we had a question, because you're a better woman than we are. We're like, we haven't been on Craigslist in forever. How were you even on Craigslist to find this?
So it was actually my friend that sent it to me. And I think it was just one of those things where she searched World Series tickets, and that happened to be one of the results that popped up. And she has a boyfriend. So I was like her little minion guinea pig. Like, you need to submit to this, and if you don't, then I will. So that's how that came about.
Okay, this is more natural now. I was like, are you searching for dates on Craigslist? Okay,
no. Oh, God, no.
I thought you were like looking for a bicycle, and this popped up. Like, oh, she's just searching for like, she needs a new sofa. And then it's like, oh, this guy got a World Series ticket. So, okay, how does this evolve? You guys were supposed to go to what? Game 3 together?
Yeah, he had tickets for a Friday night game. Night game.
At what point does he tell you, oh, hey, I'm taking my friend who doesn't seem interested in going?
This was, I think, Monday afternoon / evening. This was like maybe an hour or two after we had exchanged photos.
Oh, you are so brave to put yourself out there. I would have been like, oh my God. So how did the conversation end? Because you were very gracious about it. I feel like he was, so annoying.
So basically I asked him, like, okay, so what's going on? Because he had actually told me that he was going to make a final decision by Monday night. And so I said, okay, so like, where are we at, bro? just kind of wondering, we've had this conversation going and I gave you photos. You seem very interested. Where are we at? And he said, yeah, I think I'm going to take my friend. And, now I feel really bad about this.
You should, dipwad.
Yeah, exactly. And then he has the audacity to be like, by the way, if you ever want to sext me, let me know. And that's when I was like, this is where I think that this was your bottom line from the beginning.
My God, can we sext him?
I was going to say, let's give his number out and everybody just send him like pimply asses.
Yes.
And just send him like basically pimple porn.
Yeah, I'll
Just
send him my
some
hairy
stuff.
snatch.
Thank
I
you.
don't even care.
This mofo over here, the audacity.
I mean, I just empathized with you. I feel so bad. You were so sweet, and this guy is such a douche lord. And I really appreciate you being on today and just putting the warning out there because
Seriously.
he was annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I knew I was taking a risk. I was very much having the YOLO mindset going into this. And I even said to my friend, I said, there are two ways this can end. This can be my bones are to the wind chimes, and then you have to tell Jesus what you've done. Or B, I'm going to the World Series, and like I have you to thank for that. But
it was great.
Things actually happened. So
good for you for putting yourself out there. And I have the same problem whenever I do YOLO things. Like I met a guy that I think he saw me on TV and then emailed me and was like, he had like this really sweet email. So I was like, I'll go out on a date with him or whatever. And then right before the date, his brother calls me. He's a professional clown and wants to play a trick on him. So like I can relate. When you do YOLO, it always comes back to like bite you in the ass.
Yeah, a little bit for sure. But you know what? It was a great experience. And, obviously I get to share my story with you guys. And I mean, I've been single for a very, very long time now. And it's like nothing surprises me anymore.
Honestly.
How are you single?
I don't understand
so
that.
Gorgeous.
For real. And you're doing fun things.
Yes. Are the men in this town that bad now? Are they really?
So bad.
That's what I hear.
Really?
So bad. We could go on. We could have a special edition on just Olivia's dating adventures. I'm serious. I'm so serious. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna do a show on that. Get you and a couple, because we have another listener who's amazing at Park Potomac. Who,
Right.
I feel like she's had the worst luck too. She says it's awful.
And I was just talking to a girl I went out with this weekend. She's same thing. She's like, I've had men cry on me after we had sex, like all this crazy stuff. She's like, I'm sick of men. I was like, well, that sounds rough.
Olivia, overall, what do you think it is? What do you think it is about men in this town? Like, you're a young woman, you're beautiful. What do you think it is? Like, do you think just men today just don't have their shit together? Do you think they're spoiled? Do you think that this town is just kind of a town that's like everybody's sort of out for themselves? What do you think it is?
I think it's a combination of all those things. I think it's these guys that feel like they go on these dating apps, and if it doesn't work out or what have you, it's just on to the next. And the other thing is that I think a lot of guys they just want to keep playing. They just want to keep playing and playing and playing, and they don't care about settling down. So it's the culture is. My friend and I joke, at what point, like, where is the line? Where do we say we're not going to torture ourselves anymore? And we just haven't found that line yet.
Continue to go out for more, right?
By the way,
Exactly.
you are already getting dating offers on our YouTube. So I don't know if you know a guy named Andre Alexander, but he is currently on. He says that he would like to go out on a date with you. I don't know what he looks like. This could be terrible. I don't know. He says, hi, ladies. I say mofo to my friend daily when I text him. I don't know what that means. And then he said that he would like to take you out on a date. So there's a time. I mean, are you ready for more torture? Let's just go out with Andre.
Listen, I'm a free agent and I've already done this. Like, I've already done crazy. So why not, let's keep it going.
Keep it going.
All right. You've inspired us. I think we're going to get 3 listeners who have been out in the dating scene for a while and have them come in and find out what is going on. And maybe we'll have a dating expert on and talk about this city and what's happening. Because this is so fascinating to me. And we were all sitting here before we had you on and we were like, God bless her. Like, this is the part of dating we don't miss, is like you have to have this clever chat with people. And then at the end, he just decides like, okay, well,
Right. Like when you're first texting somebody, those have to be witty. It's got to be cute, but smart and funny, all wrapped into one.
Yeah.
It takes so much energy. It's like having a part-time job almost.
I mean, really though.
Okay, Olivia, we love you. Thank you so much for being on and for listening to the podcast. You're amazing. Do not give up hope. I mean, you're just gorgeous.
Thank
I cannot
you.
believe these guys. I just feel like they're mentally a mess. I don't know. It's so weird to me. So depressing.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to. I'll find out from Dan. See, I snagged Dan. I think he had just moved to DC. Like maybe he'd only been here like 6 months. So he hadn't been DC-ified. And he was still like Michigander, Midwest, which I mean, the Midwesterners are a little boring. No offense if you're from out in Wisconsin.
A little odd, but you know what? You can turn him into a great man.
Exactly.
Small town hottie. That's what I call him.
He's a small town hottie and he's gotten way better. So I've got to find out that like pipeline of the Midwesterners coming here because they're good catches.
There's a pipeline.
Yeah,
Okay.
lead that pipeline right to my front door. I'm ready to rock and roll.
We're on it.
Right.
Thank you, Olivia. We love you. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Oh my God, she was
Bye.
great. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I don't know how people get away with it, honestly. I mean,
It is like a part-time job. Dating, it's exhausting.
Dating.
You got to make the dates. You got to text them. Then you have to think about, with all forms of how to contact somebody, texting, calling, seeing them in person. What's too much? What's too little? You know what I mean? You want to show them you're interested, but you don't want to show them you're over interested.
we got to do a pipeline of they just moved here. Like, because if they move to the city, like within 6 months, they're still not, like, they haven't gotten the DC vibe yet. So there's still hope.
Or the city vibe really is kind of what I'm going for. Like the problem with cities, it's so big. The options for them are just they can have a girl Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know what I mean? Like the limit is endless. Like the limit does not exist. They can just, And
I think when you come to a city, you're probably career driven. You're career driven, you're financially driven. And I think you're right. I think it's like when you go to a grocery store, it's like, this is my problem. Like I love Wegmans, but this is sometimes my problem with Wegmans.
There's too many motherfucking options.
It's so much. You're just
What
like,
shampoo do I use?
oy vey.
Oy vey. Deodorant. Don't even get me started.
I can't have an aisle and a half of just cereal. I can't make up my mind.
It's so true. Oh, no. Cracker Jacks not enough for you? There's 5 different types of Cracker Jacks.
I know. It's too much.
It is too much, but don't ever say you don't like Wegmans. Wegmans is like the holy grail of
I love Wegmans. I love their sandwiches. I love their cheese. Like I love the whole, but just sometimes you're in the mood and then sometimes you go in and you're overwhelmed. It's the same when I go to Sam's Club or Costco. It's too many aisles.
Well, Sam's Club and Costco is for a special occasion when you're having like your entire extended family over because they sell in packs of 20. But when you're talking about Wegmans, like, yes, I think there's a lot of options everywhere now. CVS even. Too many shampoos and conditioners.
10,000 shampoos and conditioners. I don't know either.
Name one item. Band-Aids. 50 billion types of Band-Aids. Do you want waterproof or do you just want the cloth ones that stick? I don't know. Well, that's our metaphor for men. There's too many options. And
too many options.
Like when I go to New York, now I'll get off the bus because I'm now going to New York like probably twice a week now. Megabus. I'm writing a whole entire saga about this. Like I'm writing a book about
endless comedy on a bus.
Endless motherfucking comedy. Okay. So I lost my train of thought. Oh, I get off the bus, immediately flooded by good-looking people in New York. I know it's just like a cesspool of just hot models and like struggling actors, but everyone looks like Keanu Reeves or like Indina Menzel. Like everyone is just beautiful. And I'm walking up, I'm like,
oh, well, you fit right in. I mean, give me a break.
I'm walking down the street. No, but everyone, there's so many good, amazing people. Now, are they shallow? I don't know. DC is the same. There's a lot of good-looking people.
I know there are. DC's gotten way hotter.
Way hotter. But everybody's kind of very like health conscious and body conscious, which kind of is a little bit shallow to me.
In New York, people smoke and drink. Here they run. And that bothers me. You know what I mean?
Well, New York, there's like runners and there's drinkers and there's all different types of people. DC, I feel like, is there's a much smaller pool. Like, everyone's either, works on the hill or...
Everyone works out here. That bothers me. I go out on a Saturday morning. Everyone's jogging with their French bulldog. I don't have either. I mean, I can hardly get a pace, and I don't have a dog.
I saw the most New York couple. They were all in black, both leather jackets. They were pushing the most expensive stroller ever. Tram.
The tram.
And then they're beautiful, like $3,000 French bulldog, the gray ones with a beautiful coat. And they're just walking down the street. It was a white man and this beautiful Asian-looking woman. I was like, oh, multicultural couple, expensive tram, dog. I mean, it was the most New York couple ever.
Do you think it hurts more when a designer dog dies versus a mutt? Like, I mean, if I spent $3,500, you know what I'm saying? Like $3,500 and the French bulldog gets run over in the streets of New York. Does that hurt more than the mutt?
I would think so if you're thinking money wise, but like But a dog is a dog. You love your dog. I know you don't give
That's
two
a Chanel
shits about
purse. Like I could have had the Chanel purse, or I just bought this designer French bulldog that's now been run over by a TXC. I
an Hermes,
yeah, and that thing will last for life.
Jeez. So
you
you're
ever
like,
thought of a
buy
designer
a
dog
purse,
that-
don't buy a dog. It'll last for life.
All
No,
right.
yes, I was, yeah. Well, that made me think about yoga and how somebody told you to do yoga, and I loved your spiel about it. But we won't even get into it. We can save it for another show. We have so much to talk about.
We can totally, we will get into this. I was at a medical appointment and the person was like, you know what? Have you thought about yoga? Bitch, have I thought about yoga?
No, well,
but that's so Arlington. That's so Virginia. Like,
oh, yes, you're so right. Or LA.
and I just walked by. I mean, in Arlington, literally every other door is a gym. And now I just walked by. Barry's Boot Camp's coming. I thought, oh, great.
Oh,
Another one to torture me.
They're sprouting up.
Everywhere. And now, of course, they do all the clear windows so you can watch everyone like basically have a heart attack while they're trying to work out.
I almost got into a car crash because of that exact reason. This guy was doing crazy lifts, squats. I almost rear-ended this mofo.
This
I was
mofo.
like, oh shit! Like that was literally my reaction.
People, by the way, when I put that on my Instagram, they were like, don't worry, it's just for stress. This person saw me for 5 minutes checking me in for a medical appointment. They could tell if I'm stressed.
Looks you up and down and go, you should try yoga.
You know what, bitch, get over here. I can touch my toes. You know what?
I think yoga is
I
just
can
like
do
kind of
it.
a relaxation sleeping class.
Oh, really?
She was like, I think you're, she's showing us.
Things are tight. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to, all right, you know what you need to do? Do the butterfly pose for us. Sit on this table right here.
What's the butterfly pose? Oh, my God. Are you kidding? If PV sees that I'm sitting on this table, it'll be over.
Butterfly. Crotch a little. Like this.
Okay, butterfly crotch. Yes. Oh, butterfly crotch. Butterfly crotch.
The mic is moving.
Oh, boy. Oh, things are not. See?
Well, also,
Not
you're in some
flexible.
tight leather pants over there. Look at you.
I'll
Where'd you
bust
pull
right out
those
this
of?
crotch.
You buy
I got
those
them
at
at
the-
Nordstrom's. Are you liking these?
I'm loving those. Are those new?
Textured. Well, you know, at some point you are going to get a 5-star job. So I'm trying to learn to dress myself. This is
very
a whole
proud of
nother
you.
topic. So now I'm stalking all these fashion bloggers and I'm just buying their like to know it finally because I'm like, I
Like
can't
to know
put
it, very
together
useful.
one outfit. So I'm going to just follow them and then put together all their stuff.
I mean, honest to God, that's where a lot of people get the inspo. I look at fashion bloggers all the time. Instagram is so easy. Every picture is an outfit. Of course, you know, they're like to know it. They tell you like what's the cheaper version. Like this is a cashmere sweater from Bloomies, but there's also a similar one in Nordstrom Rack. I'm like, I'll be hitting up Nordstrom Rack. Okay.
I hate supporting Amazon, but now I shop it because I can afford it.
Your show me your moo is like you bought a dress that looks like amazing.
I'll do that on Wednesday show.
Yes.
It is. I look like I am Mumu.com spokesperson. Oh my God.
Well, the lighting in your room is horrific. I can't see what's the bed and what's the dress. It all blends together.
Well, look, all you need to know is a tarp, okay? It was a tarp with polka dots is all you need to know. Okay, look, we're out of here for today. We absolutely love you guys. You need to tune in Wednesday. We're making some fabulous changes to the show. Tell somebody who's never heard of us all about the show. We love you. Thank you for listening to Hey Frase. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Hey, first
I like it. Hey, thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Morgan Freeman. Thank you, Chris Tucker. Thank you, Michael Che. Thank you, Kenan. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.